Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Michael Rapaport, you have one voice message. First message. Hey, this is Kevin Durant. Listen, Michael, I've heard that you've talked a lot of shit about me, about the way I play and my injuries, and I don't appreciate that. Now, in real life, I hope you just keep this between us. I hope you don't put this out on the internet and just expose our situation. You got to remember the guy code, bro. Guy code. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to do a one-word interview with Charles Barkley.
Kevin, there was talk about you coming back for the playoffs last year, so you really just been working on your game, trying to get back your timing and conditioning, really, to be honest, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to do something for TNT there. Now, look, you can see that I don't give very complex answers, but realistically, if you don't do this for me, we're gonna have a problem, okay? So, if you don't mind, let's just keep this argument between us and not let it go to social media, okay? Now, Brooklyn's gonna go all the way this year. We got Aldridge, we got Blake Griffin, we got Irving, we got Harden, we got one of the best players in the world, which is me, Kevin Durant. Yeah. So, I expect some respect on my name. So thank you. And please, don't disrespect Brooklyn. Top of the food chain. Take care. End of message. If you think message is realistic, you're stupid. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I say that to say this. Michael has been in the news lately because he released basically what I said to the public. A bunch of tweets or messages or Instagram, whatever the fuck people's thoughts are on the internet through their insecurities, whatever they just put on there, and it's been exposed. It's out there. Now, I'm actually personally surprised that Michael Rapaport would actually do this because he seems like more of an old school dude. I've always liked him. Always makes me laugh. Everything from the movies and television and him speaking his mind, him being on the Howard Stern show, just everything he does is pretty funny. I've always liked him. And since my name is Michael, I don't like disrespecting another Michael unless I have a reason. So, am I surprised that he actually did this and made this public? Absolutely. I don't think Kevin Durant would actually meet him out on the street one day. And first of all, you're not gonna, if Kevin Durant was to do this, he wasn't going to disguise himself. I'm pretty sure he has a pretty distinguished look. He's very tall. One of my favorite players, by the way. I hope he, because he's always off and on with his injuries. I hope he does well. Not better than the Raptors, of course, because I'm from Toronto. But we shall see what's going to happen in this year's playoffs. But do I really think that Kevin Durant is stupid enough to actually go through with a threat like this? Absolutely not. But again, maybe Michael Rapaport actually thought that he was going to actually attack him and do some shit. I don't know. I mean, this is how fucked up social media is. And even Michael said he underestimated social media and he didn't know it would be this big of a deal. Yeah, Michael, you got to understand something. People out there, and this is even before COVID, you got 10 people living in one house. Everybody's afraid to move out and live their own lives. I'm half Greek, half Italian. Believe me, I know what that kind of cultural life is. You watch Full House, you see John Stamos in the attic with a kid, with a wife, still living with his friend. That's realistic. It really, that's what makes that show so funny. But I'm just saying, you have all these people that are so insecure and they have nothing else to do but threaten Michael and his family and, just judge him by this situation and not judging him by all the great work he's done. The guy's been acting for over 30 years. All right, he's been killing it, so if you know anything about the acting business, you could have a couple hits and then boom, disappear. And especially in this day and age, you will get canceled in 2 seconds just for voicing your mind. And Michael has always been that type of guy to voice his mind. So, it sucks that it came down to this, but my personal opinion, he should have not exposed those tweets or whatever and, those messages and just kept it to himself. That's it. It's guy code. It really is. It's bro code. It's whatever code is in us, men to keep in the inner circle, even in this day and age of social media that, we feel every insecurity has to be out there for people to judge. And it's just stupid. But I just want to get that out of the way and say that I've always liked Michael Rapaport. And he seems like a pretty cool dude. And he's always made me laugh. And he will continue to make me laugh. And something like this, I hope he did learn from. Great English, by the way. My mom's an English teacher too, so she'll be proud. But anyways, me know well that Michael, in his heart, did not mean to cause all this shit. And let's just be honest, it's just entertainment, guys. That's all it is. Like I said, Kevin Durant, he's not going to go beat up Michael. Michael doesn't mean, what he says. On some level he does, but it's all just banter. It's all just like talking trash, He's even admitted that. I talk a lot of trash and that's it, It doesn't mean anything. It's just, amongst us guys just shooting the shit. That's all it is. So please don't take it so personally, okay? We're living in this very sick world right now, both physical and mental, okay? Physical because we got, we're still dealing with COVID. Will it be gone by 2030? I don't know. But mentally, people are just bored and going nuts inside. And they got nothing else to do but judge other people on their actions in life. And this is a perfect example of it. And it's just pathetic, guys. Okay? So, to go online and threaten a guy's family over this, I feel for Michael in that. I really do. This has gone way too far. So, yeah, just stop it, okay? Try to get a job. I know it's tough out there, with everything going on. Get a hobby. If that doesn't work, get another hobby. Just stop worrying about other people's situation, really. And the best advice I can give to Michael Rapaport is don't expose this shit again, okay? Keep it, in the circle. Keep it guy code, okay? I cannot stress this enough because in today's world, you put anything out there and you will be judged for it. We're getting to the point, ladies and gentlemen, where we can't use the word the without someone being offended, okay? That's it. It's that simple. But throughout all this bullshit, Michael has still had a hell of a career, and it keeps going. So I don't think this is going to slow him down work-wise. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But, we'll see what happens. But anyways, I think he's going to keep going. Nobody cares. It is what it is. Just, again, shit like this, keep it to yourself. Guy code. I cannot stress this enough. Bro code, guy code. It's our code. It's like a barbershop situation. What's said in there stays in there. That's it. So, that's it. Michael, I love you. End of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. we barely scraped the surface, okay? I just wanted to get that out there because a lot of people, you know, if they got no lives, you fucking loners. Listen, so what I would like to do is talk about Michael Rapaport, and of course, with the help of Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, we'll get things started. So here goes, okay? And unlike the tweets, I want everyone to hear this, okay? This is not so much bro code as it is, a Malaka speaking his mind. So, here goes. Michael David Rapaport, born March 20th, 1970. So let me just point this out, okay? My birthday's April 9th. I believe this is close to like Taurus, Aries. I mean, we speak our minds, okay? So right there, right off the bat, Michael's a guy, there's no bullshit. He's gonna just say what's on his mind. There you go. God bless him. Is an American actor and comedian. He has appeared in over 60 films since the early 90s. Okay, let me repeat that. 60 films since the early 90s. Nice. And starred on the sitcom The War at Home. He also appeared in Boston Public, Friends, Prison Break, Justified, Atypical. Did I say that right? Atypical? Atypical. Yeah. Okay. And The Big Bang Theory. His notable film roles include True Romance, Higher Learning, Metro, Copland, Deep Blue Sea, The Sixth Day, Dr. Dolittle 2, Big Fan, and The Heat. He also directed the documentary Beats, Rhymes, and Life, The Travels of a Tribe Called Quest. Now, a lot of people know this. He's from New York, Brooklyn, I believe. I don't want to scroll down yet. I'm just going to guess that, so hopefully I'm right. I don't have to edit this later. He's a big hip-hop fan. If you've never seen this special, see it with Tribe Called Quest. It's great. It shows, the dynamics between, the three, well, technically four members of Tribe Called Quest. And it's really good. I'm a big fan of Tribe Called Quest. Rest in peace, Phife Dawg. And yeah, it's definitely entertaining. And you see how, the dynamics work, like, between the two guys. Like I didn't know there was that much tension, to be honest with you, until I saw this documentary. So I thought it was pretty cool. So when you got a chance, definitely check it out. So it says here in his early life and education, Rapaport was born in New York City. I was right. The son of June Brody, a New York radio personality. So what does that tell you right there? Okay, he's let's just be honest. Michael's got a big mouth. Okay, he likes to speak his mind. Actually, what's really fun, sorry, I just had this. I was just thinking, like, one time I saw him like online just speaking his mind, and then like I didn't even know he was married. Like I'm not trying to diss Michael or nothing like that, but I mean it must be like if you're married to a guy like Michael, it's a strong personality. You got to be a tough woman. So he's saying his shit, he's saying something, and then in the background you hear like his wife saying like whatever, and then like he's kind of like backing down a little bit, and not backing down, but like I don't know, just like like calming down a bit, and like again, I've said before, guys, and I'll say it again, if you're a good dude, if you want some good I don't know what to say, or how to say it, like equalness in your life, whatever, some balance, I guess, you need a good woman behind you, and it's clear that Michael's wife definitely keeps him in check, which is not a bad thing. I mean, you might think I'm talking down to him or something like that, but it's not. It's just cool that he has that. I just thought it was funny that she was like yelling in the background. Anyways, oh yeah, and his, a radio personality. There you go. I mean, what does that tell you? To be a radio personality, you got to have a good voice. You got to have, a very opinionated voice. You got to be able to go live on the air. So, of course, this obviously influenced Michael. I didn't know that. So, again, all the puzzle pieces are connecting together here. So, and David Rapaport, a radio executive who was the general manager of an all-disco format at New York radio station WKTU Disco 92. there you go. Again, executive, charge of the whole radio station, you got to be tough, So this guy came from a very tough family. I mean, you already see it already. So the way he is now, I'm not surprised. Speaking of surprised, if you look at the picture that he has on Wikipedia, he does look a little surprised, but it's in 2015, so that's understandable. Yeah. What? Sure. So again, you got to be tough, to do both jobs. So again, it's all starting to make sense. He has a brother named Eric Rapaport and an older half-sister named Claudia Lonau, pronounced Nay Rapaport, says in brackets, via his father prior marriage. After his parents' divorce, Rapaport's mother married comic Mark Lonau, who owned the Improv with Bud Friedman. I did not know that. See, there you go. And again, to be a stand-up comedian, like, I'll be honest with you, like when I heard comedian at first, I was like, I don't remember Dave Rapaport doing a lot of stand-up. Maybe it's like a Michael Keaton thing where he did it for a little bit in the beginning and then later on just like kind of jumped in the whole acting thing. So, but again, your Pops owns the thing here. You might as well do it. Why not? Dad, can I get a couple minutes on stage? Sure, why not? So again, I don't judge. I think that's awesome. I would do the same thing. So, and you're a fucking liar if you wouldn't do the same thing. So, Rapaport grew up on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, near 70th and York. He is Ashkenazi Jewish. I think I said that right. His family is originally from Poland and Russia. Okay, so again, if you know anything about Russians are some tough motherfuckers, man. I've always said that. Again, this is all like, you add up all these things, man, you're gonna make a tough motherfucker, okay? On top of that, he's got orange hair. I mean, these guys don't fuck around. Rapaport had a hard time in school. I can't imagine why. He attended Erasmus Hall High School in the 1980s, but was expelled. Although he went back and graduated from Martin Luther King High School in New York City. Okay. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, guys, just imagine this personality in the classroom, okay? Again, not surprised. Again, not judging. Okay? We all saw Moonlight, okay? You piss off a kid enough, he's going to come back in the classroom and hit you with the chair, okay? I don't know if he did that, I'm just saying. But again, Martin Luther King High School, went through that, graduated, no problem. Okay, so there you go. That's it. No worries. First you don't succeed, try and try again. In 1989, Rapaport moved to Los Angeles, California when he was 19 years old to try to become a stand-up comic. Rapaport's stepfather, comic Mark Lonau, who owned the Improv with Bud Friedman, helped him get into the stand-up world. He did that for 3 years. Now, once again, I can imagine what it's like being a 19-year-old, being from New York, going into New York comic clubs, which, I mean, let's be honest, if you want to become a comic, that's pretty much the world you got to live in right there. I mean, you can go anywhere and do stand-up, but New York is a great place to start, and if you make it there, hell, you can make it anywhere. Like I said, I don't remember him for being stand-up, so, doing it for 3 years, I'm sure he was okay at it, and then, he kind of just fell into the whole acting thing, aka Michael Keaton. So, that's what happens. I mean, sometimes you do one thing, and then it leads to another thing. Why not? So, let's move on. I found a couple facts here about Mr. Rapaport, and I'd like to discuss them with you. Okay? Great. He pled guilty to harassment of Lily Taylor. Michael and Lily were an item at one time, but it seems as though things didn't go too well when they split, and she had to file a restraining order against him when he wouldn't stop harassing her. Whatever the story is behind it, Michael at least pled guilty to the charge and did stop the unwanted behavior. Well, again, it doesn't say much. I'm one of these people. I just say family problems are solved by family members, and it's nobody's fucking business. So glad nobody seemed to get hurt here, and I don't know, it seems like everybody moved on. Michael thought about being a basketball player at one time. I find it hard to believe that a Jewish person growing up loving basketball would want to be a basketball player. I learned from Hidden Gems. Adam Sandler had that great speech about the very first point that was ever scored in the NBA was from a Jewish person. So that's why Jewish people love basketball. And I love basketball too, being a proud 4% Jewish person right here, thanks to Ancestry.com. I love basketball too, man. I grew up in the 90s. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. MJ, Michael Jordan. His airness, of course. Nowadays, I would love to just have his money. But I'm not surprised. I mean, again, in New York, the culture, who wouldn't want to be a basketball player? Being tall enough to hang with the big boys is one thing, but having the talent as well as is really needed, and whether he had it or not isn't really known. But what is known is that this thought never turned into anything, as he went into stand-up comedy instead and then made his way into acting. Again, I've never seen him do stand-up. I've never seen him play basketball. I don't know what happened there. Who knows? Could he have been Larry Bird 2.0? We'll never know. He's been a diehard fan of Eddie Murphy for most of his life. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? By the way, I want to say Coming to America 2, I loved it. I don't know why people are giving it such bad reviews. I thought it was great. I mean, if you expected it to be as good as number 1, you're stupid. But at the same time, it's a nice way of wrapping things up. So shout out to Eddie Murphy on that one. But again, who didn't love Eddie Murphy? I did a whole podcast on it. You guys can check that out. It's classics. It really is. He's done classic movies. Come on, it's Eddie Murphy, man. Who didn't love Eddie Murphy? Michael would even dress like him when he was younger. The greatest part about being a fan through was that he got to star with his idol when he got older. One thing Michael has always said through is that he walks onto the set as a professional, not as a fan. That's an important distinction that he's been able to hold to, thankful. It's true, obviously you get that first little rush, you're like, holy shit, I'm working with Eddie Murphy, but you can't hold that the whole time. I mean, or it's just going to be distracting and there's no point. So again, the guy's been doing it for over 30 years in this business, and there's a reason why. So you can say what you want about him and all the tweets, but at the same time, he's been able to have this career. And you know what? Maybe a lot of people are just jealous of that. They go online and they think, okay, maybe this guy's had enough or whatever. And you know what? Go fuck yourself, okay? Because it's, it's a pain in the ass sometimes to be on set, but at the same time, it's a great experience, and you have to be patient. You have to know that this is someone's vision that they're doing, and you have to take your time with it. Know that it's not just about you, or, meeting your celeb crush or whatever, and, keep it professional. That's it. And that's how you keep working for 30 plus years. A lot of people have thought he's less intelligent because of the characters he's plays. Again, wow, people are just stupid if they think that. But anyways, this isn't exactly a fair assumption that anyone could make, since in some films he might seem less intelligent. But if you take a film like Deep Blue Sea, he actually played a very intelligent character that sounded as though he knew what he was talking about. I'm going to talk more about that movie in a little bit. The hip-hop community really embraced his character from Higher Learning. This is a kind of surprising since the character of Remy was very confused and nervy. Nervy? Is that I was thinking, okay, nervy young. I guess that's a combination of nerdy and nervous. All right, cool. Young man that joined up with a gang of white supremacist skinheads that dared him to shoot someone during a school function. It is this kind of inspiration that they would embrace, but the character, but it's also, but, hold on, I'm gonna read that again, wait. It is kind of inspiring that they would embrace, but the character, but it's also, this is horrible grammar, even I know that. Also confusing on the outside. What this mumbo jumbo is trying to say is that it's inspiring that he would actually do the role, but at the same time, it takes a lot of balls, and people are like, okay, you know what? It's a tough role to pull off, man. It's probably one of his better roles that he's done. I'll get more into that in a little bit. He has a picture of himself and Tupac Shakur. Michael had a very brief appearance in Poetic Justice, the kind in which he was there and gone in a very short time. But he also was a fan of Tupac and managed to get a photo with him that he still has to this day. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Michael and Sylvester Stallone would speak the lines from Rocky to each other on the set of Coughlin. Sly was another idol of his, and Michael had every line of Rocky memorized. He's not even Italian. That's, I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. It's kind of fun to think that Sly actually took the time to banter with him in this manner, but someone on the set apparently told Michael to knock it off eventually. Jerk off. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. It is kind of surprising that they would that Sylvester Stallone would allow it for so long. I mean, I'm sure he's had it like a million times. I mean, it was like what 20 years ago that they did that movie at that time. So, But again, I don't know why somebody would block that. I guess again, jealousy, trolls. Fuck it. It never ends, guys. Stop being jealous, okay? This guy has earned the right to be there, okay? It's... Fuck, man. Holy shit. Jealousy and social media, that's going to do us in. But anyways, he had to evict Natasha Leone from a property he was renting to her. One of the stars from Orange is the New Black, Natasha was kicked out after exhibiting a drug problem. But the two have since reconciled. Well, I don't know. Him and 2 Chainz are the only people that I've heard that rent out properties to people. But yeah, again, this is going to be a situation where either way, it's going to look bad. You kick out the person. If you're in, the whatever, in the media, you're an actor, it's going to look bad that you're basically kicking the person out. So I don't think you can win in that situation. And I like Natasha a lot. The Slums of Beverly Hills, very underrated movie. If you ever have the chance, check that one out. But yeah, things happen, things happen. So, but they reconciled. It's all good. So, also says here in year 2000, Michael Rapaport married writer and producer Nicole Beatty, I think. They had 2 sons. They divorced in 2007. Then in 2016, Michael Rapaport married his longtime girlfriend, actress Kibi Dunn. I don't know who that is. Kibi Dunn. Hold on here. Kibi Dunn. There's no picture. Okay. I know what she sounds like because I've heard her in the background of his podcast, but okay. And That's pretty much it. Nope, one more. In June 2018, Rapaport, while on American Airlines flight from Houston to Los Angeles, stopped another passenger from opening an emergency door mid-flight. Holy shit. Again, guys, we are just, we're living in a mental society. Oh, wow, Christ. I think I remember this story. Yeah, I mean, like, so again, like, if you're on an airplane, obviously you can't open anything. Okay, there's a reason why, oh, can I open the window? I'm a little hot. No, Vlaka. Yeah, wow. Okay, so props to Michael Rapaport for stopping that. Holy shit. Man, that's crazy. I'm telling you, man, we're living in a fucking crazy. See, this is my point, guys. Like, you guys have like guys like Michael Rapaport go online or whatever on TV shows. They speak their minds and they think these people are the crazy people. You know what I mean? Like, he's just having fun with it. Like, people don't get that. He's just, he's breaking balls. That's it. And then you got like, Malaka's like this trying to open a door mid-flight in the air. I mean, these are the crazy people. If you want to go on TV and speak your mind, fine. I mean, obviously you got to be aware of what the fuck you're saying, but in the end, I mean, holy shit, Michael's just speaking. He's just saying his opinions, man. That's all it is. Like, fuck. I mean, I don't know. Like in the States, it's like freedom of speech, but I don't know. Like underneath, there should be like a fine print that says "at own risk." You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But again, that's why I love Michael. I mean, he just speaks his mind. Like me. It does definitely get us into trouble. That's for sure. Especially in this day and age. Actually, on a side note, I always think I always do all these podcasts, and there's like 2 people that listen to them now, and then years later, I mean, who knows? People are going to judge me for it, and, it's going to be like a whole fucking thing, like Kevin Hart and the Oscars, something he said 10 years ago on Twitter. I mean, fuck, man, who cares? Jesus Christ. Sad world. Anyways, remember there used to be a world where like people used to like speak their minds and like they were praised, and now they're just canceled? This is what it's come to, eh? Okay. Oh, God. Anyways, so I like to wrap up this podcast by just talking about all the roles that Michael Rapaport has done. Over 60 of them, apparently. So yeah, like I said before, always with the help of IMDb, because I hate Rotten Tomatoes. There's no such thing as a 100% movie. We'll talk about that another time. But anyways, like I said before, the very first thing he acted in after his years of stand-up, he did a show called China Beach, which I don't remember at all, which apparently has a 8.2 rating out of 10, which, really? Okay. Well, it aired for 3 years. Ironically, the same thing as his stand-up, or no, 4 seasons, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I recognize the one woman from one of the CSIs. What's her name? Marge Helgen Berger. Yeah, she was in the movie, the first speech. Oh, no, she was in the second one, too. Yeah, I've never heard of the show. The Trials of a Weary Nurse, Her Friends and Colleagues in a Vietnam War Field Hospital. I don't know. It looks like it stars the dude from Spin City there. I don't know. It looks kind of eerie. I mean, it just shows a boat on the beach there, and I don't know, it's got a pretty high rating, so I don't know. Check it out, I guess. And then 1992, he did a movie called Zebrahead, or it's pronounced in the Greek community Zebra. Didn't get the best rating. Let's see. A white hip-hop loving teen falls in love with a black girl. Boy. Story of my life, buddy. Yeah. Again, I mean, Michael Rapaport, like, he's very into the hip-hop community. That's awesome. I mean, he's always had that connect there, being from New York, obviously. So, not surprised there. Again, a black woman. I mean, you think Michael Rapaport will argue with you for shit? Black women, forget it. I mean, black women, they will tell you the exact truth. Okay, I've been out with many white girls. You know, they'll sometimes tell you, you know, oh, you're not, you know, that fat. You're a little plump, whatever. You know, I've been out with black girls. Yeah, you're fucking fat, dude. It's, you know, uh, they'll tell you how it is. So, what that has to do with the movie, I have no idea. I've never seen it, but I'm just, you know, again, I'm speaking my mind, which will always cause me to get in the shit. So Murphy Brown, I always liked this show. I didn't watch like every single episode, but I always liked it. Candice Bergen, he showed up in an episode here. He was in a TV show Middle Ages. He played a character named Jimmy in a few episodes. Then he was in the movie Point of No Return, which sounds familiar. Yeah, okay, I remember this movie. Yeah, this movie is a remake of the other one, the French movie, whatever. I prefer the French one. I mean, this one's cool and everything. I love Bridget Fonda. She's cool. She did that one movie where she was the roommate and whatever. Oh fuck, that was fucked up. But yeah, I mean, this one's okay. You got to see the original one, or Femme Fatale. Yeah, there you go. I always prefer that one. So, you know, that's just me. You know, I'm old school. Then he was in Poetic Justice, which we mentioned. Is that? It's like Brando. Is that the collective we? No, it's just me. I don't even remember him in this movie. Rest in peace to John Singleton. Did a bunch of awesome movies: Poetic Justice, Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning, you know, great movies. I don't even remember him in this movie. I got to be honest. But then again, I hadn't seen this movie in a long time. I always remember the whole thing with the punani there, and I don't know, the guy kept brushing his hair for some reason. I don't know. But this is a really good movie. Very good movie. I mean, with this movie, there was the whole thing with, like the whole story with... I think Janet Jackson wanted Tupac to have an AIDS test or something before the love scene, and I don't know. Then a lot of people say that was bullshit, and fuck, just, you know, again, people talking shit, whatever. Who gives a fucking what's it called, shit? And just see the movie. Excellent movie, one of John Singleton's best for sure. Then he was in a movie called Money for Nothing. John Cusack. I've never heard of it. Judging by the poster, he definitely has something very important in those bags. I don't know what to tell you. True Romance. Here we go. Okay, so this movie is just fucking awesome. If you look at the list of people that are in this movie, it is just insane. Yeah, Michael Rapaport did have a little role in this movie. I like how on IMDb they gave it a 7.9 out of 10. It's at least an 8, maybe an 8.5. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, look at the people that are in this movie: Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, Samuel Jackson, and of course Michael Rapaport, James Gandolfini. You got Victor Argo. You got Anna Thompson. Ooh, it doesn't fucking end, man. It is insane. You got the dude who played Belky, Bronson Pinchot, Belky. The point is, this movie is fucking phenomenal. Written by Quentin Tarantino. He did not direct it. The classic scene in this movie is obviously when Dennis Hopper faces off against Christopher Walken. I'm not going to give away what happens because it's one of those scenes that you just got to see. And even Quentin Tarantino said, I fucked up. I put the best scene in the movie in the middle of the movie. So... you know, Mr. Quentin Tarantino, we will absolutely forgive you for that. This is a great movie, really well cast. It's worth it just to see Gary Oldman's playing a Jamaican guy. You must have thought it was White Boy Day. So, great movie. Absolutely check it out. He was in an episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I almost said French Prince. I mean, that can happen. Yeah, I remember this episode. It was when he got like a new job or something, and he was barely in. Again, he was barely in it. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, all right, he was in an episode. So there you go. I always like the Fresh Prince, and by golly, I always will. I sound like Carlton there. Not unusual. Okay. NYPD Blue, who's an episode in that. Very popular series in the 90s. Movie called Handgun. I don't remember this movie. It's I assume it's got something to do with a handgun. Okay. The Scout. That's right. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking of. I'm thinking Boy Scout. I'm thinking the one with Bruce Willis. My bad. This is a good movie. The Scout. Like this is one of these movies. It stars Albert Brooks and Brendan Fraser. Again, I saw this movie so long ago. I don't. It got that low of a rating, really? I thought it was a pretty good movie. Again, Albert Brooks always said that like it was the worst timing because this was during like the baseball strike and the whole thing there. But this is a good little movie. I always enjoy every Albert Brooks movie. I don't remember Michael Rapaport in this one, but I'm sure he was good because I feel it was a good movie. The Foot Shooting Party was a short. I don't know what this is. Higher Learning. Okay, so you could probably argue and say that this is probably Michael Rapaport's best role in a film. He plays a white supremacist, like I said before, and in the beginning he didn't start off like that. He's just a guy trying to like fit in, and he does what a lot of stupid racist people do. They think the world is against him, especially certain race, and he instead of saying, hey, this person hates me, not the color of their skin hates me. He goes into a completely different direction, becomes very angry, joins basically, the campus KKK here, and it's a pretty powerful role, man. I mean, he even said that, like, for the most part, people embraced, the role he did. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that probably thought, like, he was actually this role. And it's like, fuck, like, what are you, stupid? Like, it's a fucking movie. Like, And again, I'm not trying to say that movies don't have meanings, but, if you think a person plays, a racist in a movie, that doesn't mean they are. I mean, it's the complete opposite, especially with Michael Rapaport. I mean, but this is a really good movie, obviously a John Singleton movie. Great cast as well. I mean, you got Omar Epps, Christy Swanson, Jennifer Connelly, Ice Cube, Busta Rhymes is in it, Regina King. Again, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I do remember it being really good. And the ending is, I don't want to give away what happens at the ending or at the end, but very, very good movie. Basketball Diaries. Again, excellent movie. One of my favorites by Leo. I mean, there's that one scene where, he's at the door with his mom there, and oh man, fuck. If you don't show any emotion in that scene watching it, then there's something wrong with you. But again, I don't really remember Michael Rapaport in this movie either. I'm sorry. He plays a skinhead, it says. Okay, so I don't know. It's almost like he's doing the two roles in a row there, the same thing. But again, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I remember this movie being one of my favorites by Leonardo DiCaprio. Very good movie. Absolutely check it out. Kiss of Death. Yes, I remember this movie. Okay. I gotta say, David Caruso and especially Nicolas Cage are very memorable in this movie. Samuel Jackson's in this movie. David Rapaport, I do remember in this movie, because he's in it for a bit. I don't want to give away the whole thing there, but again, it's one of those movies. Great cast. Stanley Tucci's in it. Who, by the way, just as a side note, I saw this special that he did on CNN, Searching for Italy. Excellent. Don't watch it if you're hungry. Okay, you're just going to eat everything in sight. But it is excellent special. Then he came out with a great movie called Big Night. They did with Shaloub there, and excellent movie. Sorry, just a side note there. So that's awesome. But this is a pretty decent movie. It's nothing like spectacular, but it's a good little movie. I don't know. It's always interesting to see Nicolas Cage do his thing, and I do remember Michael Rapaport being good in this movie. Like he's a little. he's one of these lost characters, and he feels doing crimes is will solve his life, and Caruso doesn't want to get sucked in that world, and it's one of those movies, but it's a good little movie. Check it out. Mighty Aphrodite. That rhymes. Okay. Oh yeah, the Woody Allen movie. Yeah, I remember this movie. Yeah. Mira Sorvino was really good in this movie. I mean, really good. Really good. Michael Rapaport, yeah, I think he's worked with Woody Allen a couple times after this. Yeah, good little movie. Good little movie. I think I just watched it recently, like a year ago, for like the first time. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I know. The whole Woody Allen thing. Okay, yeah, I know. But he made some good movies. So there you go. Beautiful Girls. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember this movie. This is so it's one of these movies where like a whole bunch of people get together, and it even says here they're at the crossroads of their lives, and they're just trying to figure shit out, love life and whatever. And I mean, Michael Rapaport is extremely lucky to work with Uma Thurman for a bunch of scenes, and I mean, I gotta. Well, I think the question is obvious what I'm going to ask. But anyways, yeah, this is actually a pretty good movie. Really well cast. Matt Dillon's in it. Noah Emmerich, if you know that dude. Anna Beth Gish. I think I said that right. Lauren Hawley. Natalie Portman. Oh, yeah, Natalie Portman plays like... yeah, that's right. There's a... Oh, God, fuck. Yeah, there's that weird kind of... Fuck, man, I don't want to even say it, but like it's a weird kind of dynamic there, or whatever. I'm not gonna say it, but the point is, good movie. Definitely check this one out too. I recommend it. The Pole Bearer. Oh, this movie's stupid. Yeah, this is I don't know. Yeah, this is one of these movies. I know they put David Schwimmer in there because I don't know he was on Friends, and they're like, oh, let's see who's gonna become a movie star from this League of People. I got nothing against Friends. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie. I like the people. It's like How I Met Your Mother. I like the people in the show, but I don't like the actual show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Even Jason Segel made fun of it in This Is the End. Like, oh, someone ate my birthday cake. Oh, yeah, lines like that. I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah. Fuck it. Ill Town. I thought it was Ill Town. Anyways, I never heard of this movie. Is that Michael Rapaport? Yeah, he looks like he's like the lead guy in this. It looks it looks like one of those movies that went straight to DVD. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I didn't get the best rating, but I don't know. He looks. He dyed the hair, the goatee there. Okay, it looks pretty badass on the cover here. I don't know. Is it a good movie? I don't know. Who knows? Don't Quit Your Day Job, video game. Said it before and I'll say it again. Do the voiceover. Easy money. He's in Metro. Okay, so this is a movie that he did with Eddie Murphy. Because I was wondering which movie was he in with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, not one of his best. I probably talked about that during the Eddie Murphy podcast. Yeah. A Brother's Kiss. I never heard of this one. Didn't get a good rating. Okay. Kicked in the Head. That hurts, trust me. This, I don't know. What the fuck? That 4.2. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Again, I'll say it before and I'll say it again, guys. Sometimes you just look at a movie poster and you're just like, yeah, I'm good. Copland. There you go. Okay. So, you've never seen Copland? Excellent movie. Awesome cast. You got Sylvester Stallone. You got Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro. I mean, come on. Like, what more do you want? I mean, this movie got a little bit of criticism in the sense where it wasn't like, I don't know, maybe they expected this movie to be like Godfather or something. I don't know, who knows, but it's still a good little movie. And I talked about the story before about Michael Rapaport, fucking around with Sylvester Stallone. That's awesome. As an Italian, I am very jealous of that. But yeah, good little movie. Absolutely check it out. Subway Stories, Tales from the Underground, TV movie. Never heard of this, but I don't know, sounds a little intriguing. Palmetto. Okay, I remember this movie. This is kind of like a film noir kind of style. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't anything like, whoa, holy shit. But it was a good little movie. Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Shue, Gina Gershon. Michael Rapaport plays a good bad guy in this, definitely. Again, the ending is kind of fucked up what happens to him. I don't want to give it away, but it's a good little movie. I would check it out. Some Girl. Never heard of this one. I don't know. It's got Julia Lewis, who I always love. That's a tough chick right there. She's awesome. Giovanni Ribisi, Marissa Ribisi. Oh, they're brother and sister. I did not know that. Huh. And then Mike Rapaport's in this. Yeah, I never saw this one. I had no idea these two were brother and sister. I guess you could see kind of a resemblance there. That's right. She was the chick in Dazed and Confused. That's right. Right. The redhead, the one that yeah. I love them redheads, man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, I did not know they were brother and sister. That's cool. Okay, well, I didn't see the movie, but you learn something new every day. ER, again, popular show in the 90s. I wasn't that big of a fan. I'm not really into these like doctor shows, unless it's House. House is pretty cool, although I did not like the way it ended, but that's another story for another day. He was in one episode of that. He was also in the TV series Rude Awakening. He played Johnny. The Naked Man. Never heard of this one. Wow. Okay, you know what? It's worth just going on IMDb and looking at the movie poster. Okay, so it definitely appears he is the Naked Man. I was going to make that joke, but, yeah, he didn't get the best rating, but again, worth checking out just the movie poster alone. Trust me on that one, guys. Rescuers, Stories of Courage, Two Families, TV movie. He was in Friends. Yeah, despite not, it's funny, like, Friends is one of those shows, like, you don't watch it, but you know, like, certain episodes, and I think at one point, yeah, I think he was going out with Phoebe there for a bit, and, I don't know why I remember that, I don't know, you remember stupid shit like that, like, Bruce Willis went out with Jennifer Aniston, and, I don't know, she loved Schwimmer, she hated him, loved him, hated him, fuck, who cares, but, yeah, just probably good money right there, so that's awesome. Deep Blue Sea. One of the classic bad movies of the 90s. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Yeah, that's I'm not gonna lie, I love LL Cool J, but that is like a stupid song, I'm sorry. I guess he's trying to say that like the backwards hat is like a fin or something, I don't know, like... obviously, the most memorable scene in this movie is when, I'm just going to give it away, spoiler alert, I'll pause for a couple seconds. Okay. Is when Samuel Jackson gets eaten by the shark. I remember watching this movie in theaters with my buddies. I remember leaning over to my buddy, and I said, I just knew. I said, dude, I guarantee you, a shark is going to come out of that fucking water and eat him. And 2 seconds later, that fucking happened. So that is by far the biggest highlight of this movie. I don't know, something about LL Cool J with a parrot. I don't know. But yeah, Michael Rapaport's in this movie. Yeah, it's one of those like guilty pleasure movies. You know what I mean? Like it's just, is it worth checking out? Not really. But if you got nothing to do, you want a good laugh, check it out. Why not? Deepest, bluest. Kiss Toledo Goodbye. Toledo. I think I said that righto. The rating was not righto. 4.7 out of 10. Oh shit. I don't know. They all seem happily in a limo here. I don't know. They got the priest from The Sopranos in this one. I don't know. I never saw this one. Christopher Walken's in it. I don't know. I got nothing. Next Friday. That's right. Oh, I forgot about this. He's in this movie for like 20 seconds, but he's funny as fuck. He just plays the mailman. I think I say mailman with tax notice. He didn't even have a name. But like the banter him and Cube had at the door was pretty good. So I'm not gonna reenact it. It's I'm not that one. But yeah, you can check it out online. I mean, it's yeah. I think at one point Cube said like, I play for the Cracker Killers or something. Like you want tickets? Oh man, but it was funny. I love Next Friday. A lot of people obviously love Friday. I love Friday. I love Next Friday. Great movies, so check it out for sure. Small Time Crooks. What was it got? Mobb Deep in it? No, I'm just kidding. The Woody Allen movie. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks all right. I mean, it's got one of those ratings where like 6.7 out of 10. It's like, you know, you could check it out. You might like it. You know, is it a good movie? It sort of is. I don't know. I've never seen it. It looks all right. Yeah, you know, you have a good rapport with the director, he will keep hiring you in movies for sure. So there you go. Men of Honor. I remember this movie. I didn't see this movie, so I wasn't even sure that Michael Rapaport was in it. Stars Cuba Gooding Jr., Robert De Niro, Charlize Theron. Is it Theron or Theron? I don't know. I always forget. But you know, she's like African. I heard. I don't know if that's like. Is that true or? So I've never seen this movie. I don't know. It got a pretty decent rating, so yeah, why not? Check it out. Bamboozled. I believe this is a Spike Lee movie. Yep, knew it. Yeah. I never saw this movie either. Again, I think him and Spike Lee had a good relation, or I guess still have a good relationship. On a side note, I just like to say about the whole thing about Spike Lee and not letting him in at that one time at the New York Knicks. I mean, first of all, whoever the fuck is running that organization is just a fucking mess. Second, you know, I mean, I think he pays like something like $300,000 a year to get his seat. I mean, you won't let him in the back entry. I mean, Spike Lee, dude, like fuck. I mean, you know, like he made Do the Right Thing, you know, a whole bunch of great movies. I mean, holy shit, you know. And then the poor guy's yelling out like, "No one told me," you know. And I feel bad for it. So Spike Lee, I love you. I as an Italian, I just want to say this: I got the ending to Do the Right Thing. Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. So yeah, I never saw Bamboozled, but I'm sure it's a good movie. Chain of Fools. I don't know. It's got some good people in it. I don't know, not the best rating. Steve Zahn, who I always liked. Salma Hayek, who I'll always love. Jeff Goldblum, funny. Elijah Wood, David Cross, Tom Wilkinson, Orlando Jones. Never heard of this movie. How come I never heard of this one? I don't know. Salma Hayek plays an avid detective assigned to the heist of a batch of prestigious coins, or precious coins. Wow, I'm slow today. That end up in the hands of a suicidal barber. Wow. Okay, not the best rating, but not the worst either. I might check this one out. I don't know. Like movies like this, you never know. I mean, they got like an interesting cast of people they could work out. So I don't know. I'm gonna say check it out. I'm gonna check it out. So you should do the same thing. King of the Jungle. Okay. I don't know. I've never heard of this one either. It's got John Leguizamo, who I always loved. He did a great movie called Empire. Nothing to do with the show. It's just a movie he came out with. Was it early thousands? I think something like that. Yeah, good little movie. Rosie Perez, Julie Carmen, Marissa Tomei. I never heard of this movie. Didn't get the best rating, but again, I don't know. You never know with these movies. I mean, like a lot of these movies. Let's be honest. Like Michael Rapaport has done a lot of movies. I've seen maybe a handful at most. You never know. Lucky Numbers. This was a stupid movie. I didn't like this one. Yeah, this one I do remember, unfortunately. A television weatherman scams a local lottery. Yeah. Okay, it's got Travolta. It's one of those movies, Travolta was kind of on the downslide there, in his career. And yeah, I like Travolta, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, whatever. The Sixth Day. I remember this movie, obviously. Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's not one of his best, but it's definitely not one of his worst. It's got some good moments in there. I remember Michael Rapaport did play his buddy. This is the future where they have virtual women. That's what Michael Rapaport was going out with. Is that a sign of things to come? I don't know. It's somewhere between, people overseas making these plastic dolls, or you're putting plastic in your ass. I don't know. But decent little movie. If you're an Arnold fan, I'd check it out. Dr. Dolittle 2. First of all, I don't know how many Dr. Dolittle movies they've done in the last 20 years. I mean, holy shit, it's hard to keep up with that just by itself. How many conversations can you have with a bear? He worked again with Eddie Murphy here. I didn't even know Eddie Murphy was in part 2. I remember seeing part 1. Part 1 was okay. It's more of a kid's movie, whatever. Because I remember for a while he wasn't in these movies, and I don't know, he played who did Michael play? Michael played a voice, Joey the Raccoon. Okay, so again, worst case scenario, you go in the booth, do a couple lines for a week, boom, easy money. That's it. Night Visions TV series, Grand Theft Auto 3 video game, boom, more money. Mr. Life TV movie. I don't know. Paper Soldiers. Okay, I sort of remember this movie, but not really. First of all, good luck finding it. I can't even find this movie like anywhere. This is one of the first movies that Kevin Hart did as part of the whole Rockefeller crew there when they were doing movies with PC, Go Memphis Bleak, Jay-Z, Damon Dash, all these dudes. So Michael Rapaport was in the movie. Yeah, and again, if anybody knows where they can find it, let me know, because one day I'm gonna do a thing on Kevin Hart, and it will become useful. Thank you. Triggerman, decent rating, a decent cast in there. Yeah, I never heard of this movie. I don't know. It's got this one guy. I remember this guy played the florist in. The Town with Ben Affleck there. He passed away a few years ago. Rest in peace. But this guy, I mean, if anybody deserves to be a gangster on film, it's absolutely this guy. It was his name, Pete Postlethwaite. Awesome. I mean, just a picture of this guy scares the shit out of me. So, certain actors you see in movies, they're like, okay, worst case, maybe the movie could be good. So. You never know. If you want to take a chance, go ahead. I don't mind. 29 Palms. No, it does not have Goro. This is a story of a bag of money and the people who came into contact with it. Okay. I don't know. 4.7 out of 10. I don't know. Worst case, you know what? If you're an actor, worst case, you do a movie that nobody hears about. Who gives a shit? I mean, really, who cares? You just go in there, you do your thing, and that's it. That's it. Comic book villains. It's a video game. Again, voiceover. Good money. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Better not bring your kids. Yeah, I remember he was in one sketch. The whole thing, the pop copy employee, which is basically making fun of. I don't know what's it called. I don't know what do they got in the States there. They get the photocopies and shit. I don't know, Staples or whatever. I don't know. The point is, it was very funny. You know how employees are rude to their customers. Yeah. The what did he say there? Excuse me, miss. I gotta go take a shit. And I thought it was funny in that. So yeah. I mean, if you're somehow part of the Chappelle Show, which is one of the funniest sketch comedies of all time, I mean, just consider yourself blessed. So that's awesome. A Good Night to Die. Is it? I don't know. 4.8 out of 10. It didn't look that good. Yeah. So I like the movie poster though. I like the movie poster. He's in black and white. He's holding the cross chain. I don't know. Maybe he took it from Denzel in Training Day. I don't know. But yeah, I did not see this movie. This Girl's Life. He plays Terry, a car salesman. I don't know why it took so long to say that. Never saw this one. 5.7 out of 10. I don't think a lot of people did. Yeah. America Brown. He played Daniel Brown. Makes sense, I guess. I never saw this one. Boston Public. Okay. So Boston Public is a show about teachers, and you know it only aired for like 3 seasons, whatever. I mean, I really liked this show a lot. I remember I think it was on Mondays, and then they moved to Fridays. And let's be honest, Friday is the worst day for TV because everybody wants to go out. I mean, you can't. I mean, you know, currently you can't do that shit now, but yeah, he was in it for a little bit, and yeah, I remember him being good in the show. Very good show. I recommend watching it. Yeah, so there you go. It's a shame that it went to Friday, and you know, but que sera sera. What will be will be. Boston Public. Scrambled Eggs. That's a short he did. He was in the movie Hitch, which I never saw. I don't know. If you talk to Robin Quivers on the Howard Stern show, she absolutely loves this movie. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. It looked like a decent little movie, I guess. Special, 6.9 out of 10. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so in the movie, it looks like he's dressed like sort of like an astronaut, like kind of like a what? A lonely comic book fan, Les Franklin, has a reaction to medication and becomes convinced he's a superhero. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to check this out. I never heard of this. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Okay, cool. Live Free or Die. Hard. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just Live Free or Die. Never heard of this one. I don't know. No. Push. Did not get the best rating. Hopefully the sequel Pull does better. The jokes get better, folks, I promise. Grilled. No, didn't hear this one. Oh, it's a movie he did with Ray Romano and Kevin James. Really? They did a movie together? I mean, wow, okay. Huh. Never heard of this movie. Okay. All right. Okay. Also, he did a voice in Saints Row video game. Good, quick money there. Good. Thugaboo, Sneaker Madness TV movie. What? Scarface, The World Is Yours. You know, we all know the movie. Video game. He did a voice in that one. It Ain't Easy. Video. Cool. Then he appeared in a couple shows. The War at Home. Was on for a couple seasons. I didn't watch that. Wait, was he the lead in that? That kind of sounds familiar. Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Matt TV. A couple episodes in that. Fugly TV movie. Assassination of a high school president. He's always in movies where he's trying to kill people. Okay. My Name is Earl. Funny show. Unfortunately, after the first season, they kind of lost the momentum there. I don't know. It became less about the note than it did about living in a trailer park and all that shit. But yeah, he was a couple episodes of that. Saints Row 2 video game. Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Big fan. Okay, now you've probably never heard of this movie. This is a very funny movie. It's about a guy who's obsessed with the New York Giants, played by Patton Oswalt, and then he has a buddy that's obsessed with the Philadelphia team. They go back and forth. This is a really funny movie. If you ever have a chance, see this movie. It's very like independent, low budget, whatever, but it's both guys are really funny in it. Definitely recommend seeing that one for sure. Then he was in Prison Break for a bit. I do remember that. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The first season of Prison Break is almost like a mini-series. It's like a movie. Check it out. But after that, it's just a scramble. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, you know. And then they end up back in jail in Mexico. I don't know what the fuck happened. But definitely, I recommend the first season. He's not in the first season. But, you know, he showed up in this. You know, I'm sure Fox pays well. A Day in the Life. Never heard of this one. I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. Like I said, a paycheck is a paycheck. Who cares? Tom Cool. Never heard of this one. Mila Kunis is in it. Okay. Accidentally on Purpose is a TV series. Showed up in a couple episodes there. Another TV series, Royal Pains. TV movie, The Line. The movie Inside Out. With Triple H. Never heard of this one. Should Have Been Romeo. No. The Baytown Outlaws. No, never saw that one. Kiss of the Dam. No. Cops Uncuffed. TV movie. Another TV movie. 40. TV movie. The Mob Doctor. Okay. This. I never heard of this one either. It only lasted one season, but it's got William Forsythe. I always forgot to say his name. Forsythe. Yeah. That guy's awesome. He's one of those actors where, like, worst case scenario, like if the movie's not good, then his character will always be good. You know what I mean? So it seems like he did a lot of shows the last 10 years here. He's got oh wait, hold on, I forgot some movies here. Wait, Once Upon a Time in Queens. It's always good when you can do a movie in your backyard. You know, I'm sure he does a lot of movies in New York. You know, you're right there. Why not? The Heat. I like this movie. I thought it was funny. The one with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCartney. It had some funny scenes in it. I liked it. Check it out. Again, I forgot he was in this movie. He's always in a bunch of movies where maybe he's in it for just a little bit and that's it. TV series Pound Puppies, Raising Hope TV series, Justified TV series. A lot of people did like this show. I never really watched it. I don't know. I heard it was good. I think I saw a little bit of it. I don't know. There's so many shows to watch. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying I never really watched it. I didn't give it a chance. It's my fault, guys. Okay, I'm only human. My Man is a Loser. I'm pretty sure that's how every woman feels. Yeah, I never heard of this one. Is that John Stamos? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, okay, so like right off the bat, like if a woman is married to John Stamos, like is she really that miserable? I mean, again, I'm comfortable in my straightness to say that. I'm just saying, I mean, I'm sure the people that have been involved with Brad Pitt are not complaining either. I'm just, all right. Blackish TV series, Louis. Okay, so let me just say this. Okay, we all know what Louis did. Okay, it cost him a bit. Although apparently I hear he's doing stand up. He's doing great again. I love Louis. I think he's one of the funniest guys. I just want to say this too. I think there's a lot more to that story. Okay, so I'm just going to end it with that. But this show was excellent. It only lasted for 5 seasons. I feel it's going to be one of those shows that people dig up later on. I think they'll realize how good it really was. And Michael Rapaport was in a really good episode. He plays a guy who went out with his sister, Louis' sister, in the show. And, he's a cop. He's just kind of annoying, whatever. And then at one point, he loses his gun. Okay, so a police officer loses his gun in New York and just completely freaks out. And it's a really good performance by Michael Rapaport. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the more memorable ones, for sure. If you have the chance, check it out. I recommend you watch the show. I just recently binge watched the show again because, we're stuck in COVID and there's nothing else to do. So everybody's just binge watching anything they can get their hands on. So I just recommend the series in general. But the episode that Michael was in was really good. Then he was in a movie called Little Boy, which got a really good rating. I've never heard of this movie. 7.4 out of 10. See, again, like the great thing about doing this podcast is that, like, you get to review all these actors and you get to see what movies you missed. So, again, I recommend doing that during COVID too. If you think of an actor, just go on IMDb and just go down his list. Be like, oh shit, I never heard of this. And there you go. That's how years later people discover Step Brothers as being one of the funniest movies, And I mean, when it came out, I don't think it did that well, but then it became a cult classic later. So there you go. All Rapaport Everything was a TV series he did. There's not much information about it. 2.9 out of 10. That's not that good. Justin Bieber versus Rapaport. More Than a Game. Michael Rapaport. What the fuck is this? It's the sports rivalry you didn't even know existed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Look, whatever this is, please tell me that Michael won. I mean, I'm Canadian. I like Justin Bieber. He seems like a good dude, whatever. I mean, let's just be honest. If you were 20 years old and you had $200 million in the account, you'd probably do some stupid shit too. So if he's still like this when he's 30, then okay, yeah, there's a problem. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this could be anything from tennis to ping pong. So who knows? I don't know. Both guys, whatever. All the best. Public Morals TV show he did. Big Bang Theory, he was an episode of that. A Stand-Up Guy. Stand-Up Guy. A low-level mobster takes a stab at stand-up comedy while in the witness protection program. Okay, well, definitely did not get the best rating, but I'm just going to say this. Kudos for the idea of that movie. I mean that alone sounds funny. Law and Order Special Victims Unit. If you're an actor in New York and if you haven't appeared in any Law and Order episode, then you're not an actor. Dice, the TV series, again, only lasted 2 seasons about Andrew Dice Clay and his lifestyle and whatever. But I thought this was a great show. Unfortunately, like I said, it only lasted 2 seasons. He was in an episode of that. Sully, the movie with Tom Hanks, obviously. I remember that he was in. Was it 1 or 2 scenes where he played the bartender? Yeah. So again, keep in mind, man. I mean, you say what you want about Rapaport, but like he'll pop in these movies here and there. You'll be like, oh shit, that's him. That's he's in this. He's in that. So he's had a pretty good career, man. He's had some. He's worked with some pretty heavy hitters, so that's pretty cool. He's in the movie Chuck, which I do remember this movie. This is actually a really good movie with Liev Schreiber, who, again, obviously was great in Ray Donovan. They say the show's canceled, and then it comes back, then it's canceled again, so I don't know who the fuck knows what's going to happen there. I hope it comes back. But, yeah, Michael Rapaport was in this one. Good little movie. I liked it. Yeah. So, again, I mean, he's just working with, like, a lot of cool people. Crisis in 6 Scenes, as a TV miniseries he did. Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. Animation Voice, ka-ching. The New Edition story, which I didn't even know they did that. I'm assuming it's in the New Edition, the group, right? Yeah, okay, there you go, okay. 8.9 out of 10. Oh, shit. How come I never heard of this? No one told me about this. Fuck. You know, I mean, I know your emails get cluttered with fucking junk mail, and then it probably get lost in there. Okay. Bad, Not Good. Lavender featuring K. Nanda and Snoop Dogg. Nightfall remix. Okay, so this movie or this video is very controversial because at the end of it, it shows Snoop Dogg, you know, pretty much shooting Donald Trump. And at one point, I think Donald Trump said he had Snoop Dogg investigated. It's fucking bullshit. Who cares? Michael Rapaport was kind of like the lead dude in this video. Very good song. Very good video. Recommend you check it out. Obviously, you go on YouTube where everybody goes for their shit, except for SoundCloud. You got to go on SoundCloud for my shit. But, you know, I'm more of an audio guy, as you can see. So, Animals TV series. That's funny. Okay, so if you see, what is this? Hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at the animation here on IMDb, and like for some reason they have a pigeon in what appears to be a bikini. They got a pretty decent rating, 7.3 out of 10. Okay, so I might have to check that one out. Okay. The pissed off mouse alone has got me intrigued. Okay. White Famous. Okay. This was a TV series he did starring Jay Farrell. I'll be honest with you. And this pains me to say this, you know, because the creator was Tom Kapanos. I'm a fellow Greek, you know, so I hate to say this, man. I'm sorry, I did not like this show. I felt instead of doing this show, they should have did one more show or one more season of Californication, you know, which is what Tom created, which was excellent. I felt that series ended too perfect. They could have added one more, you know, season there. So, yeah, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, Michael Rapaport's in this one for a couple, how many? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's in all 8 episodes. No, was he? I don't know. Yeah, he was in it. But yeah, that's just my opinion. That's all. NBA 2K19, Coach Darren Stackhouse. There you go. So, good money there. The Guest Book TV series. He showed up finally in The Simpsons, which, you know, if this was 20 years ago, I would give more of a shit, but that's a story for another day. Sneakerheads TV series. Blackjack, The Jackie Ryan Story. Did not see that one. Conflicted. Did not see that one. Now he's in a new show, or aired 2017, called Atypical, which I don't know. It stars. So there's a few good people here. We got Jennifer Jason Leigh, who is always awesome. Kira Glitchris, I think I said that right. Bridget Lundy. I'm stupid today. Sorry, guys. Lundy Payne. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what this show's about. Let's read on. Sam, an 18-year-old on the autistic spectrum, decides it's time to find a girlfriend. A journey that sets Sam's mom on her own life-changing path as her son seeks more independence. There you go. Netflix show. There you go. There you go. Netflix show, Netflix is killing it. We all know that. I mean, all the major shows, are either on Netflix, Showtime, HBO. So, it's still going on. Good for Mike. Got a good solid series there. Then he was in a TV series called Flagrant. Yeah, Flagrant. Whatever. So it's in pre-production. Doesn't say much. It says, 20 years after he was caught throwing a game and gambling on his own team, a disgraced college basketball player gets an unlikely shot at redemption. Okay. So here we go. So Michael Rapaport did not become the basketball player. Maybe he wanted to, or maybe it wasn't good enough. I don't know. Who knows? But now he's playing a basketball player right now. There you go. Boom. You see how life works? There you go. Things work out sometimes. And the last thing he's going to appear in is called Bless Me, Father. Plot unknown. But he's got John Turturro in there. He's got Nicholas Turturro in there. A couple other people from Sopranos. No, I'm just kidding. But no, actually, I'm not actually. Michael Rispoli. He played senior Jackie Priel in Sopranos. Yeah, so am I sensing a mob kind of thing movie? I don't know. I mean, you got the writer here, Mark Kriegel. I don't know. I don't recognize a lot of his work, but hey, he's still working. He's still got things. He even lined up during COVID. He's still got shit lined up. You know what I mean? And that's all you hope for as an actor, especially during these times. And like I said, the longevity of Michael Rapaport has been excellent, okay? Shown him in a bunch of movies we've never even heard of, a bunch of classic movies that have a bunch of great people in it, and that's what you hope for. You hope you just do a couple good films in your career, and that's it. I mean, that's just my logic. I mean, they're all not going to be winners. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I will say this. One of my favorite things that Michael Rapaport has done, and shame on IMDb for not mentioning this, is that he was in a video with Jay-Z called The City Is Mine, featuring Blackstreet. Now, this song is one of the first songs I ever heard by Jay-Z. Now, you got to keep in mind, I live in Canada. We got Much Music, which is the equivalent of MTV in the States. And, we didn't have BET yet. That's actually always a funny story. I remember looking in a magazine. I was with my black buddy, and I asked him, what's BET? So, the irony. But anyways, I remember seeing this video, listening to the song, and I remember the whole spoof was they're doing The Usual Suspects, and Jay-Z is playing the Kevin Spacey role, like in the beginning there, and and then Michael's playing one of the cops, trying to figure it out, whatever, and seeing all the pictures, and he finally realizes that what happens. So and that's. I mean, I saw Michael Rapaport before that, but I will always love him just because of that. And even Michael Rapaport says, okay, it's not one of Jay-Z's well-known songs or videos, but you got to work with one of the best rappers of all time, And again, he's got that whole New York connection where he knows a lot of people from New York, directors, writers, and, again, like I said in the beginning here, with the whole thing with Kevin Durant, my opinion is he should have just kept that to himself, but maybe he was really in fear. I don't know. This is the fucking crazy world we live in. We don't know what anybody is up to these days. Me personally, do I actually think that Kevin Durant would actually come to his house? I don't think so. But who knows? You never know. But at the same time, you live this life, and yeah, you're going to piss off some people, and who knows, man? They might come to your door one day. I even had that happen to me one day. I'm going to talk about that another time because I don't want to incriminate myself. The point is that, Michael Rapaport has always spoken his mind, and, in the end, he's done a lot of cool shit, and he's done a lot of great things in TV and movies. And like when you're an actor, like a lot of people think, oh, you got to be this A-lister guy, or you got to oh, I have to make 20 million a film. Like if you can make a living just on acting alone, you made it. And Michael, to this day, like I said, 30 years later, he's still relevant. That says a lot, man. It says a lot. And I think a lot of it, honestly, is because he speaks his mind. And in this fucked up world that we live in where, you could be canceled by, I don't know, putting too much salt on your French fries, it's just pathetic. And, it's just great that we still have a guy like Michael Rapaport up there representing for people that want to speak their minds. And it's great. Like it really is. I wish we had more guys like that out there. And every time he's online, like he's doing stuff with the Big Three, which is Ice Cube's league of the old basketball players, which is great. I mean, like every interview and things like he'll show up on someone's podcasts. Like the Joey Diaz podcast, the one episode he did, that was great. I love how he's just like eating during the podcast. He doesn't give a shit. And he's like literally talking about like this is how honest he is. He talks about how like he's got irritable bowel syndrome and like his biggest fear is like one day he's going to have to like take a shit one day. Someone's going to record it and that's it. Not that Kevin Durant could kill him, but you will literally get caught with your pants down. So, but that's how honest, he is. And if you ask me, we could use a lot more people like Michael Rapaport.